Day 43, Min beneath the trees. And you can see Min's gum up there. A tall, wispy, lime green lumen with matted dark green hair stepped forward. "Greetings, I'm named Matilda, a moss lumen. We hail from the mistal rainforest," she said, gesturing at her companion. Smaller and deeper green, brightened with lemon yellow, her companion bowed. "I'm named Frass, and I'm an illuminator. I'm told we have other illuminators as part of our team." Luster stepped forward and introduced herself. "I'm excited to meet you," she said, lighting herself up in gentle dove blues and sunrise oranges. Frass responded with his own light display, bright green peppered with dappled yellow. He looked like sunlight on moss. Priska moved to the front, swirling in dust red and sky blue lights like a desert storm. "And I too," she said. "I didn't know you were an illuminator, Priska. That's fantastic," Min exclaimed. Rosa took her turn shyly. "I wasn't sure when to tell you. Since we're all together, I'm known as a Shami, a traditional healer. I spend time between our two worlds." "She's awesome," Cassian said. "I'm so grateful to have her as my companion." "How clever you've been, Ottlin, to have assembled such a gifted group. It's a privilege to be part of it," Min said, looking up at him. He slowly closed and reopened an eye in response. "Did he wink at me? Does he think I said the right thing?" "I'd say so sweetly," Flutter answered. "That's comforting, because right now I'm out of my depth with this clever lot." "No use at all comparing yourself," Flick grunted. "You're right again," Min conceded, all the while smiling a little inanely at Ottlin, who was studying her keenly. "I'm sorry that our introductions will be so short," Empress Celestra apologized, beckoning them to follow her. "Meeting the Silver Radiance is even more urgent now than it was only a few ecos ago. You need maximum time in the forest to hear their story and attend to the business for which they so desperately need your help." Celestra glided to a roomy fork in a branch dangling down towards the River Mica's surface. "This will be a comfortable place for you to eat and rest. You'll leave with Ottlin as soon as you wake." Min watched Celestra leave and fade quickly into the night. Her thoughts went into freefall. She looked about the team of Glins settling in to eat and chat with one another. They appeared unconcerned, almost cheerful. Min could barely swallow. The thorny brambles returned, tightening around her chest, making it difficult to pull in her breath. What will our waking bring? How will I do whatever it is I'm meant to do? Why am I even here? The others don't need me. Her thoughts unleashed an instant conversation between her wings, as if she was merely a bystander. Why be so uncertain? It's not remotely helpful. Of course she's uncertain, Flick. She's soon to step into the unknown to perform tasks she's no clue of or for what outcome. How do you expect her to feel? She's already shown that she can and does rise to the challenge. It's time for her to take a stand. Time for her to believe in herself, Flutter. She will, especially when she acknowledges she's not alone. Min tilted her head from side to side, listening to her wings without argument. She was considering what they'd said when Fitlin moved across the group to sit next to her. "It's all right, Min. We're in this together. I'm at your side," he whispered quietly, as if he'd been party to the conversation with her wings. She smiled at him. "What a good friend I have in you," she thought. "And you too, Wings." Her breathing eased as their comfort stripped the brambles from her chest. She lay down close to Fitlin and shut her eyes. Not long asleep, Min was awoken by a peculiar sound, a burbling and babbling that made an odd kind of sense, different to the normal noise of a flowing stream. She sat up. "What's that? Why does it seem familiar?" "What's happening?" Fitlin questioned her as he woke, as if by instinct. The others also began to stir. "I think I can hear Micah." Fitlin seemed puzzled. "Well, we all can. She's right below us." "No, I can understand her, the sound she's making, and the conversation she's having." Cassian was fully awake. He stared at Min in astonishment. "You mean you can interpret what she's saying?" "Not everything, Cassian, but I am catching words." All the Glins were awake now. "What's she saying?" Arita asked. "Micah's worried. I think she's talking to the Megals. They're too far away for me to hear their answers. What's she concerned about? Hands on hip, Matilda was looking at Min with her head on one side. Min sensed Matilda might not believe her. Wings, help me. What do I do? Do your work, Flick said. Be polite, Flutter added. She took their advice. Let me concentrate, and I'll tell you, Matilda, Min replied, attempting to sound confident. That was not a smart move to announce I can translate a river talking to a couple of meg owls. Why on the great orb have I put myself in that position, she berated herself. Yet there was no denying that she could make out intelligible language percolating upwards from the river. Min paused, concentrating hard, and repeated what she'd heard. The fearsome has become active in the north, west of my source, Min quoted the river, translating what to the others was no more than the murmur of a deep stream idling past. So where is that exactly? Matilda demanded, clearly unconvinced. Fitlin moved closer to Min's side. Radio and Luster also closed in. Cassian and the others shuffled nearer. They were making a point. They believed Min. Min took a deep breath and concentrated even more intensely. Min's conversation was no longer with Otlin and Celestra. Micah's conversation was no longer with Otlin and Celestra. She was speaking directly to Min. Micah murmured, Min, you must tell Matilda my source is far to the northwest in the snow-clad mountain peaks called Glimmerlin. I start as a small trickle, becoming a powerful river as I move through Glinterdell and widen my arc towards Mirinlet and Quinalilla Bay. Thank you, Micah, Min mouthed towards the river, her eyes shining and her head spinning. Great Bark, I can speak to a river. That's a miracle. She turned to Matilda. This is what Micah has told me. And Matilda, it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. What's important is that Micah has forewarned us the fearsome are closing in. Now let's prepare for what lies ahead. We should all get some sleep. Min had taken a stand. Good Glyn, Flick actually sounded pleased. Flutter simply wrapped herself around Min's shoulder in a warm embrace. We're here, Min. Rest now. And I'll see you beneath the trees tomorrow, hopefully with less mosquitoes.